Hey everyone, I'm Tasha from New York City, founder of On Goddess Collective, and today we will be getting into an empowering chair yoga session. Chair yoga is essential for those who have mobility issues, and I also bring chair yoga sessions to companies that are looking to add a relaxation, stress reducing session for their employees and their constituents. So if you're looking for a wellness at work program, holla at your girl. But all I need for you to do is get a sturdy chair, like my trusty folded chair over here, and meet me in a relaxing seated pose. So let's come down to a comfortable seated position, keeping your feet flat on the ground. Imagine right now there are roots growing from beneath the soles of your feet. Imagine the roots growing deeply and strongly into the earth. And as you breathe in, imagine all of the air coming into your body, all the way down to the soles of your feet. And as you breathe in all that positive energy from the ground, all the way to the top of your crown. Continue this deep breathing exercise, breathing in deeply into the nose and out of the mouth. Allowing your body to fully relax in this moment. If you haven't done so already, begin to soften your gaze, loosen that space between your eyebrows, allow it to relax. As you breathe in deeply, begin to roll your shoulders away from the ears and breathe out. Allow whatever is holding on to your shoulders to just roll off of the shoulders, off of the chair, into the ground. Feel the air coming in and out of the body. How does it feel at this very moment? As you breathe in, feel that warm air enter to your heart center. And as you breathe out, feel the cool air leaving through your nostrils and your mouth. Making whatever adjustments you need as you're sitting in this pose. Just allowing yourself to be connected to the breath. On our next inhale, we're going to add some neck rolls to this pose, starting from the right side. And as we roll our neck to meet the chest, you're going to inhale. And as your gaze reaches the sky, you're going to exhale. Do this nice and slowly. No need to rush. Breathing in and breathe out. Breathe in slowly and breathe out. Feeling any tension that is going along the spine and the neck. If you feel any tension, try to slow down just a little bit more, because we never want to go into pain. Continue to breathe. Breathing in as the chin hits the chest. Breathing out as your gaze reaches the sky. Allow yourself to fully relax and release. And now we're going to go in the opposite direction towards the left side. Continue to breathe in as the chin reaches the chest, and breathe out as your gaze reaches the sky. As you continue to do these neck rolls on a consistent basis, you'll notice how the tension is beginning to fade away. So we have to keep practicing, and we have to keep participating in our well-being, keeping our bodies moving and lubricated. And on our next inhale, let's just return to center. Continuing to breathe here, allowing the blood to fully circulate, allowing you to fully release anything that you had along the neck and the shoulders. From here, going into a seated forward fold, we're going to begin by rolling down one vertebrae at a time, hinging at the hip until we get our heart as close to the legs as possible. Option to add more space for your belly by creating a V shape along the legs, hinging at the hip. As you inhale, begin to lower until your hands either meet the floor or gently on the calves. But you want to begin to feel that nice stretch along the spine, and you want to allow yourself to sink into this pose with every inhalation. And we're just going to stay here for 4 breaths. Breathing in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Allowing your body to continue to sink in with every inhalation and exhalation. 2 more times. Breathing in. Breathe out. Breathing in. And breathe out. On our next inhale, let's reset ourselves, walking our hands along the legs until our hearts and crowns is seated upright. Bringing both of the knees back together. Let's allow ourselves to breathe and let the blood just circulate throughout the rest of our bodies before we go into our next pose. We're going to bring our right hand directly behind us, gently resting it on the back of your chair, and with the left hand, just gently put it on the outside of the right leg, sending your gaze towards your right hand, and breathe here. You ever feel like while you're at your desk, your back feels a little tight or stiff? Well, this is a great seated exercise to do to allow you to really twist all the knots that you have along your back. On our next inhale, let's release ourselves. And we're going to do this on the other side, bringing the left hand behind your back, right hand onto the outside of the left knee, and send your gaze to look towards the left hand. Continue to breathe in and out of the nose. As you exhale, allow your body to release that tension that's all up in the spine. And let's just do this for 4 more breaths. Breathing in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in and breathe out. Let's inhale. Bring both of our hands up towards the sky. Adding a little stretch, dropping your crown towards the back. And let's fully release ourselves, planting our hands back on our legs. Now we're going to give our legs a much needed stretch. So you have the option of holding on to the sides of your chair. Let's keep our feet planted onto the floor or the ground. And first you're going to extend the right leg. Point your toes towards the floor. And then fold your feet towards the leg. Breathing in as you extend your foot. Breathing out as you flex your foot. So inhale, point your toes. Exhale, extend your feet up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Begin to feel that nice stretch along the calves. Allow the blood to fully circulate along your legs. And we're going to do this 2 more times. 1 more time. Plant your right foot to meet the left. And now let's extend the left foot. Pointing the toe down, inhaling. Pointing your toe up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Let's gently bring our left foot to meet the right. And bring our hands gently onto our legs for grounding. Now we're going to go into a chair warrior 1 pose. So let's begin to shift our body towards the right side, bringing the right side of the body a little bit off of the chair. Gently begin to extend your right leg, keeping it nice and straight. And your foot must be planted firmly on the floor. This allows your body to naturally bring your left leg into a nice L shape, keeping your foot planted onto the floor with the knees directly over the ankles. Allow your left leg to completely cover the chair as you keep your right leg up. And as you inhale, bring both of your arms up and above your crown. For added stretch, just gently lower your crown towards the back of the body. And we'll breathe here for a few more breaths. On your next inhale, begin to lower your right and left arm parallel to your legs, coming into a warrior 2. Breathe here for a few more breaths. And on your next inhale, let's begin to release ourselves, gliding the right leg to meet the left. And we're going to shift our body this time towards the left side of the chair, extending the left leg, creating that nice shape, L shape in the right leg. Breathing in, lifting both of your hands directly above the crown. And hold here. Breathe here. The Warrior One pose allow us to feel the stretch along the spine, add some stability to this balance and pose, and bring about focus as we continue to breathe in through the nose, out of the mouth, making any adjustments as you may need. On our next inhale, begin to lower both the right and left arms parallel to your legs, sending your gaze towards your right arm. Breathe in here. And on our next inhale, let's begin to release ourselves, bringing in the left knee to meet the right, planting both of your feet directly onto the floor, planting your hands directly onto your legs. And let's allow ourselves a moment to fully relax and get the blood to circulate throughout the body, allowing our breath to help with this circulation throughout our bodies. Breathing in deeply, breathing out. Now, let's slow things down by adding a seated side stretch, holding on to the sides of your chair for stability. We're going to first bring our right hands up and above our crowns, leaning towards the left side of the body, breathing in that nice stretch along the sides, and breathe out, relaxing everything along your body, breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in, breathe out. On our next inhale, let's begin to release ourselves and bringing the left hand up and above the head. Feel that nice stretch along the left side of the body. Keeping hold to the chair for stability. Breathe in deeply with every stretch and slowly breathe out. And we're going to sit here for a few more breaths. And let's release ourselves. Add a windshield, seated windshield wipers. So we're just going to slide our bodies towards the edge of the chair, and then bring your knees towards the right side of the body, and then again towards the left side of the body. And you could kind of feel a gentle stretch or twist along the spine as well as the hips, and you feel a little stretch along the legs. That's okay. But we really want to be able to loosen up our bodies just a little bit before we go into our chair savasana. And we're going to do this 2 more times. One more time. And let's come back to center. Gently ease yourself into a comfortable position on your chair. Options to keep your hands flat on your legs for grounding, or have your hands up for receiving. You also have the option of having one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. This way you can fully connect with your breath and feel how the air is entering and leaving the body. Feeling the gentle beat of your heart, and become one with your breath and with yourself. Begin to soften your gaze. Begin to relax the space in between the eyebrows. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax your jawline. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow the shoulders to roll away from the ears. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow the tension to roll away from the spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow the tension to be released from the hips down to the legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow the tension to be released from the knees and down the calves. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow the tension to be released from the soles of your feet, allowing it to go through the same roots that we have planted at the top of our yoga flow. Imagine the roots growing deeply and strongly under the ground. Imagine the nutrients coming up the roots, through the soles of our feet, through the knees, up the legs, to the spine, to the hips, to the spine, to your arms and shoulders, to the neck, and all the way to the top of our crowns. Allowing positive vibes only to travel in and out through the roots to crown. And we're just going to allow ourselves to enjoy this moment of relaxation for a few more breaths. Feel free to make any adjustments that you may need to fully relax in this pose. Now, before we return to our regular activity, I want you to begin to add some movement to our bodies. Let's begin by wiggling our fingers and our toes to kind of wake ourselves up from this savasana. Adding some gentle shoulder rolls going towards the back and then towards the front. Begin to flutter open your eyes. And let's take one final community breath in through the nose and out of the mouth. I want to thank you for joining my chair yoga flow. I hope this was helpful for you. Please let me know in the comments which pose really resonated with you or really allowed you to fully relax. And again, if you would like for me to bring chair yoga to your company or your group, please drop a comment and let me know. Thank you and be well.